What's up, guys? This installment is going to be the last on Before They're Famous Startup Pivots to Fame, and it's going to be on YouTube. Now, if you want to hear the YouTube story, stick with me right now.
Ask Alex. Ask Alex. Because you don't know what you don't know. And if you don't know, now you know.
Yeah.
Now, you might not believe this, but YouTube began as a video dating site called TuneIn Hook Up. In January 2005, two former PayPal employees called Chad Hurley and Steve Chen. Jared Karim is technically co-founder and was around for YouTube's early days, but he enrolled in Stanford after YouTube was founded. Now, they were at Chen's house in San Fran. They recorded some random videos and realized they had no way to share it with their friends. The video files were simply too large to email. Internet sucked so bad, so uploading took hours. And honestly, most people didn't have broadband. And it wasn't structured for video playback. Hurley and Chen had made some money from eBay's 1.54 billion purchase of PayPal in 2002, so screw it. They decided to scratch their own itch. Bullshit. Let's face it, that story is too easy. I know from helping founders tell their stories with perfectpitchdeck.com that telling a simple story like that is hard. And Chen admitted the story was probably very straightened by marketing ideas around creating a story that was very digestible, meaning they rewrote the story to explain it to people. You need to do the same thing. Now, for Karim, two events typify the problem. The 2004 tsunami in Indonesia and Janet Jackson's boob share during Super Bowl XXVIII or something like that in 2004. Karim found that even though everyone was talking about it, you couldn't find a video online. Now, with the tsunami, he thought there were probably lots of videos of disaster, but no way to watch it. In February 2005, the three officially started work on YouTube. In sad nerdland, the reality is that's one of those things about being a computer science major. Valentine's Day is just another day. No. Now, in a startup, you need different kinds of founders. Different is good. Roloff Botha, who's a partner at Sequoia, was CFO at PayPal, and they reminisced in an interview. Karim was a very independent thinker, fiercely independent. Chen used to take frequent smoke breaks. Hurley was quiet and often the odd man out because he was one of the few people in the company who was married at the time. Hurley married Kathy Clark, the daughter of Netscape co-founder Jim Clark, in 2002, just FYI. Whilst you know what YouTube does now, originally it was to not solve what you thought it was. They were inspired by a site called Hot or Not, which actually has inspired quite a lot of people. It was a dating site that ranked people on a 1 to 10 scale of hotness. I was 9.6. I was clearly better looking back in the day. I was incredibly impressed with Hot or Not because it was the first time that someone had designed a website where anyone could upload content that everyone else could review, Karim told Time in 2006. That was a new concept because up till that point, it was always the people who owned the website who would provide the content. Steve said, "We always thought there was something with video there, but what would be the actual practical application? We thought dating would be the obvious choice." Jawed said, "We even had a slogan for it. Tune in, hook up." The whole thing didn't make any sense. We were so desperate for some actual dating videos, whatever that even means, that we turned the website any desperate person would turn to Craigslist, the home of crazy. In 2003, Mark Zuckerberg was similarly gobsmacked by Hot or Not and created FaceMash, the predecessor for Facebook. Hot or Not may be the most influential website of all time. No shit. On April 23rd, YouTube went live. Video wasn't cheap, so they took full advantage of $129 a month unlimited data plan from Serverbeats, which was an ISP. Chen said, "In the beginning, we found that very few people came to our website. The product was so primitive that you couldn't even choose which videos you wanted to watch. Instead, the website picked the videos for you, randomly. And because there were so few videos, they were the same ones basically over and over again. Guys, this is a huge learning. Ship code and test. Don't be perfect. They didn't know what YouTube was exactly. The founders couldn't describe the project, so they called it a dating site. Since there were no videos online, Kareem populated it with videos of 747s taking off and landing. In desperation to get people online, they ran ads on Craigslist in Los Angeles and Las Vegas offering women to upload videos. Despite offering to pay women $20 to upload videos themselves on YouTube, nobody came forward, forcing Chen, Kareem, and co-founder Chad Hurley to adopt a different strategy. Okay, Chen said, look, forget the dating aspect, let's just open up to any video. So, not exactly a master plan. YouTube's first official video was Kareem's Me at the Zoo, 18 seconds of elephants. Another vision for YouTube was some sort of video messaging service, I guess like a little bit like Path, which didn't exactly have a huge exit. Chen said, we thought it was going to be more of a closer circle relationship. It was going to be me uploading a video and sharing it with 8 people, and I knew exactly what was going to be watching those videos, sharing with my family and my friends. What they actually did was a completely different use case, which we know today. People uploaded videos and shared them with everyone. Things changed in 2005 when Kareem attended a barbecue at PayPal alum Mike Greenfield's house. Keith Rabbah, he's had a tough time, was there and asked Kareem what he was up to. Kareem told him he was working on a new video sharing site called YouTube. Rabbah then asked him 3 questions. Does it use Flash? Does it host professional or long-tail content? Can you distribute the content on the web? Kareem replied that it was, based on Flash, the site hosted long-tail content, and yes, you could distribute it on the web. They went to Greenfield's bedroom, got his PC, and watched the limited content that they had at the time, which took about half an hour. Impulsively, Rabbah said he wanted to invest. Rabbah said, there were only 2 times I've done that. The other time was with Airbnb. Literally, from February 2003, I've been looking for something that used Flash. Shortly after the barbecue, Rabbah emailed Botha about YouTube. He said, within 24 hours I'd signed up, the site was so small that the site was still scanning the name of users, and the YouTube creators recognized Botha's name. Botha got married in 2003 and had videos on his hard drive that he hadn't been able to share. With YouTube, Botha saw the opportunity or the utility immediately. By the end of the summer, Botha at Sequoia Capital had gotten 500K. And by the way, you can read the confidential internal Sequoia memorandum on my site. I'll give you a link to that. Now, as they built up the office, it was ghetto. Christina Brodbeck, who was a designer at YouTube at the time, said, the place was infested with rats. Giant rats, like the size of cats. I remember sleeping in the office one night in this old slip-covered sofa, and you could hear the rats crawling around the wood rafters. Botha said that much of YouTube's success came because the site was so easy to use. They made sure you could load a video into any format to the site. You could load it, and they took care of transposing it back into Flash. YouTube also made it easy to share a URL by making that feature prominent. They also had a public view count. As Twitter would later find, public metrics can help grow your brand by appealing to vanity. They also made it easy to embed videos, which many users opted to do on MySpace. I often liken building consumer products to playing music or art, Botha said. You can get 90% or 98% of the notes correct, and it will still be off. Gideon Yu, CFO in 2006, said, people don't mind if products aren't perfect as long as they work. You have to do, one thing really well. The inspiration for the sharing functionality was PayPal. In particular, a payment button bloggers could use on their own sites. Harley said that the button took them back to the PayPal experience. We tried to do the same thing with a video solution. Now, by providing easy sharing mechanisms, YouTube accelerated the growth of video online by delivering random-ass content people wanted to see, and they won. Botha recalls that after Google bought YouTube, he overheard a Google engineer complaining, some whiny cow at Google, I don't know how they won. Our video quality was so much higher. Simple, however, is better. Gideon said with Google Video, you needed to know what codec your video was, and the dimensions of the video frame. And with YouTube, it was all in Flash. And when you want to upload the video to YouTube, the only thing you need to do was like push a button that said upload, right? In November 2005, YouTube closed a 3 million Series A round from Sequoia. And in 2006, someone uploaded a video featuring Andy Samberg and Chris Parnell of SNL mocking their own nerdiness with a rap music parody, which is called Lazy Sunday. Finally, this was the viral content that would demonstrate their potential. In mid-2006, interest in YouTube at a fever pitch, Hardy agreed to give the keynote at Allen & Co.'s conference in Sun Valley. Hardy began by asking the crowd if they'd ever watched a video online. A bunch of hands went up. Hardy said, YouTube has carved a new market for online video entertainment. We have listened to our community and we have built the most innovative and easy-to-use service in the industry. More than 80 million videos are being watched every day in our site. 60% of videos watched online in the US are served from YouTube. YouTube has the largest audience in the internet video with 20 million unique visitors, and we're currently ranked as the 20th most visited site in the internet in the US, according to Nielsen Net Ratings. More than 80 million videos are watched every day. The average person is on YouTube for 17 minutes a session. Every day, 60% of videos are served from YouTube. Our nearest competitor has 17. That was Google. They were acquired by Google for around 1.65 billion in stock in 2006. This let Google own the world's second largest social network and the primary provider of online video. Since 2006, YouTube has been synonymous with online video as Google is to search. Okay, they bailed out. Who knows if they could have been worth a lot more, but let's face it, that's a solid exit. The bandwidth costs and the threat legalities are only something a behemoth like Google would be able to stomach till they were able to be profitable. Saying yes to Google made sense in that it allowed YouTube to continue to grow without worrying too much about money. As Rabah said, they deferred the monetization question and focused on the execution. They allowed the product to flourish. Now this is pretty funny, but in November 6, 2013, YouTube began requiring that commenting on its videos be done via Google Plus account, which everyone hated because Google Plus, like, who gives a shit? An online petition got 240,000 signatures. In response to Google requiring the use of Google Plus, Karim wrote, "Why the fuck do I need a Google Plus account to comment on a video? LOL." He then updated the video description on his first video to, "I can't comment here anymore since I don't want a Google Plus account." Troll. Google then dropped its Google Plus requirements across all products, beginning with YouTube. You can see the original pitch deck from them on my site. I'll give you a link for you to check that out. So the conclusion on the startup pivots, lemonade stands. Of course, the world is littered with failed startups, but with a combination of who gives a fuck, paying attention to customers, and luck, things can work out. You get to write a Medium post about how awesome you are then. Hashtag humble brag, hashtag blessed. Now, if you found this series awesome, like, subscribe, share. It makes me feel less lonely. Help me. Okay, I'll see you guys. Bye.